Hello friends and fellow Africans, I'm honored to welcome you at this moment to share our thought and the idea about Africa, how we as Africans we can make Africa great. It's my hope that you are familiar with the history that since the year 1945 the West African and the Central African CFA has been pledged to the French flanks, and later the Euro and its reserve has been kept in France. Since the year 1945 up to date, this reserve has been kept in France. And if these countries, 8 countries, which are including Chad, Central Africa Republic, Congo Republic, Gabon, Cameroon, and Equatorial Guinea, want to use their money or their reserve, they have to sign a loan so as to get that money. So fellow Africans, due to that, West African nation has decided to withdraw CFA reserve from France. Benin President Patrice Talon has announced that foreign reserve of the West African CFA currency are used by 8 countries in the region were to be withdrawn from France. Many commentators and the Pan-Africanists has been speak out about this colonial system of France in Africa, exploitation of France in Africa. So fellow Africans, we can ask ourselves, what does France do with the African money? The use of the CFA francs is highly controversial, with some saying it comes with a French colonial tax, but French doesn't tax African country for using the currency. It does, however, require countries to store 50% of all foreign exchange reserve with the French treasury in the Bank of France in something called operational account. African country can access the money in the French treasury while they like it. Also, some people say that French has been very intelligent. They use this. They are using this system to finance French public debt. Many African activists and the Pan-Africanists in diasporas has been addressing this issue about the CFA franc that has been reserved in France. How these countries still poor while France enjoy this reserve. French use this reserve to finance their debt for their contracts or to make a big project even in Africa. The same thing and the bad thing that was found that France uses this money to finance the project as a loan to these countries, while this money is African money, or the money of African countries, but they use this money as a financial or as a loan, but France gets the interest from this reserve of African country. And the bad issue also is you cannot take all your money. You have to take at least 50% of your reserve as a loan. Not you have to take as it. No, you have to take it as a loan. It means there is some interest there. So I think African, if you wake up from now and say enough is enough, French, go back to your home and live Africa as African, and we as African, we can manage this money, and we have good bank, we have African bank that can manage this money, and I'm sure Africa will go far. You know, we think that this colonial master will help us. No, fellow Africans, colonial master will not help us. They are here in Africa because there is something in Africa. Why they are not in China? Why they are not in Russia? They know that Africa we are sleeping, and this is the sleeping giant. If you wake up, this sleeping giant will be kicked out. So they make sure that you are still sleeping, and they are exploiting as they can. So I have decided to share with you this information about the decision or good decision of West African nations to withdraw the CFA reserve from friends. If you have any comment, fellow Africans, please leave your comment. And if you are not subscribed to our channel, please subscribe now, because this is a place where we as Africans, we come together and share our thoughts. It's our hope that we as African one day we will control everything of our own. We have minerals, we have many natural resources, but Africa still is not controlled. These minerals and these natural resources are not controlled by Africans. Even those who are coming to invest, they are not Africans. They are investors. It means investors, they are coming out. So, fellow Africans, I think this is the time for Africa. Thank you.